Nobody knew where he came from. They only knew he came in. Slowly he walked to the end of the bar, and he ordered up one slug of gin. I could see he wasn't a large man. I could tell he wasn't too tall, and I judged him to be about 5'3", and his voice was a soft Texas drawl. Said he was needing some wages, for he could ride way out west. Said he could do most any kind of work. Said he could ride with the best. There was blue eyes with sadness that comes from the need of a friend. And though he had tried, he still couldn't hide the loneliness there deep within. Said he would work through the winter for 30 a month and his board. I started to say where he might land a job when this fella came in through the door. I could tell he was looking for trouble from the way he came stomping in. He told me to leave Shorty there by himself. Come down, wait on a man. The eyes of a little man narrowed. The smile disappeared from his face. Gone was the friendliness that I had seen, and a wild look of hate took its place. But the big one continued to mock him, and he told him that I'd better go and find him a couple of glasses of milk, then maybe old Shorty would grow. When the little man spoke, there was silence. He made sure that everyone heard. Slowly he stepped away from the bar. I still can remember these words. It's plain that you're looking for trouble. Trouble's what I tried to shun. But if that's what you want, then that's what you'll get. 'Cause cowboy, we're both packing guns. His hand was already positioned, feet wide apart on the floor. I hadn't noticed, but there on his hip was a short barrel Bass 44. It was plain he was ready and waiting, and he leaned a bit forward and said, when you call me Shorty, say Mister, my friend, or maybe you'd rather be dead. In the room was a terrible silence as the big one stepped out on the floor. All drinking stopped at the tick of a clock. Said death would be 10 seconds more. He cussed once or twice in a whisper, and he said in a snarl on his lips, nobody's mister to me, little man. Then he grabbed for the gun on his hip. But the little man's hand was like lightning. The Bass 44 was the same. The 44 spoke, and it sent lead and smoke, 17 inches of flame. The big one had never cleared leather, beaten before he could start. A little round hole appeared on his shirt. The bullet went clear through his heart. The little man stood there a moment. Then he holstered the Bass 44. It's always this way, so I never stay. Then he slowly walked out of the door. Nobody knew where he came from. They won't forget he came by. They won't forget how a 44 gun that night made the difference in size. As for me, I'll remember the sadness in the eyes of the small man. If we meet someday, you can bet I would say, it's me, Mr. Shorty, your friend.